a twin tower, state-of-the-art, multi-complex story building in 2015. Indeed, all the preparations had been concluded and the contractor, Rolida, was about commencing. However, following the 2016 elections, the new administration constituted by the Akufo-Addo government labeled a plethora of allegations against Mr. Awuah and his team. Terminated in Iyoko, inviting Mr. Awuah Darko and members of his team, subjected them to very thorough investigations. After so many months of investigations by Iyoko, the report, which we have a copy here and we'll share with you, not only exonerated them, the report confirmed that indeed that project met all the ingredients of value for money and that the project was indeed viable and ought to continue. One would have thought that having concluded that, BOST would continue with that project based on the initial amount of $39 million. Let me put on record that the Twin Tower originally was scheduled to cost $39 million. However, documents that we have intercepted, and ladies and gentlemen, we have labeled all the documents in order to ensure that we provide you with the evidence. This is documents, 102 different documents. 102 documents, and we've labeled them. So, for instance, this Exhibit B. So, when you receive them, you will see Exhibit A, Exhibit B, in order to make it easier for you to peruse. That contract was said to have increased to $49 million. From $39 million, it increased to $49 million. That is not enough. Having increased to 49, the board of BOST decided that they will procure only one single unit. They wrote to the Minister of Finance and had a response from the Deputy Minister, John Kuma, granting them approval to procure that single unit at $24 million. If you look at the old amount, it should have been 19.5. So it went to 24. And so BOST applied to the Public Procurement Authority for approval. To our utmost shock and dismay, in granting the approval, the Public Procurement Authority then increased the amount from $24 million to $39 million. Wow. And so a single unit, which would have originally costed us $19 million in 2017, has now ballooned and metamorphosized into $39 million. What it means is that when you account for the two buildings, it will cost us a colossal $78 million. So this project has inflated, been padded from the original 39. Now the two would cost $78 million. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a clear case of causing financial loss to the state. This is a project that should have been completed by now. This is a project serving BOST and also augmenting their internally generated revenues, because they rented some of the office space. It would have helped and generated more money. This is another PDS in the making. This is another Ameri in the making. This is another peanut scandal in the making. The energy sector under the current Akufo-Addo administration has become a pollution haven for regularizing corruption, inflation, favoritism, and rusted nepotism. How come a twin tower complex, which was scheduled to cost $39 million, you accuse the Mahama administration of padding that figure? You accuse the Mahama administration that the $39 million for the Twin Tower was too expensive. You conducted extensive investigations, found nothing about that, only to turn around and inflate that $39 million to current US dollars $78 million. We are not talking cedis. We are talking United States dollars. From the foregoing, it is obvious that some officials are culpable and neck deep in this huge scandal. We do not have any confidence in the Akufo-Addo-led government as far as resolving this conundrum is concerned. Officialdom has demonstrated a lack of professionalism and competence in this whole debacle, as BOST has been converted into one of the milking cows under this administration. It is our hope, however, that for the first time, the president would muster and garner courage to cause an independent investigation into this scandal, which is of monumental proportion, and punish his officials whose negligence, recklessness, and complexity has led us into this huge debt. We in the minority hereby serve notice that anything short of an independent and credible investigation shall be rejected and denounced not just by the minority and the NDC, but the people of Ghana as a whole. We shall remain vigilant and resolute in our quest to ensure that we continue to monitor and prevent the looting and plundering of scarce resources of this nation. This is a time government has been crying and complaining that it cannot even get money to pay salaries. And yet, we have state agencies under this administration padding contracts, inflating contracts to the tune of about 100%. This is unacceptable. This is unfortunate. This is inimical. And we on the minority would use everything within our means to ensure that we address this challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, I have all the documents for you, and I will give you the documents. For instance, this is a May 20, 2022 document from the Bulk Oil Storage and Transportation Company. They applied to PPA for a contract of 24 million. It's stated here, 24 million. The PPA then responded and approved 39 million. How come the boss has done his own assessment, interacted with the consultant, decided that it should be 24 million, only for the approval to turn out to be 39 million? If this is not a scandal, what else is it? Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your time. We are most grateful.
So, a few questions, if there are any, but I think this is so clear. It's as clear as daylight.
Yes, so thank you. We'll make the documents available for you.
No questions, that's all.
The documents fantastic.